I started lacrosse late. I started off being a hockey guy for about 14 years and just picked up lacrosse around 7th grade, and ever since I picked that up, did hockey and that simultaneously, but just something about lacrosse, just being able to play fall, winter, and spring, just being able to kind of have like hockey lacrosse correlation, but being on the field, and I don't know, just felt right, and just something I wanted to do, you know, up until college, throughout high school, and just had no regrets doing it.
Well, lacrosse for me, my entire life has kind of been an escape away from everything that I do during the day, a lot of stress. I started doing it in about 7th grade, so I started a lot later than most kids, but it was something I instantly fell in love with. The sport has brought me so many amazing relationships that I've learned so much from. I want to continue to have this sport play a role in my life for years to come, even after my playing career is over. It's meant a lot to me being able to come here and play at a collegiate level, something that I always dreamed about when I was younger.
The sport of lacrosse means to me that I always have somewhere to go, a place to get away if I need to. It's given me a family outside of my own to talk to, and a consistent group of friends.
Lacrosse has pretty much been like my whole life since I can remember. I started playing in 3rd grade, so it's been 13 years at this point, you know, and it's all about like a sense of being part of a team. Kind of has helped me become like a leader and outside of sports, and I'm coming back here for my MBA, and I'm gonna try to connect that all together. So for me, lacrosse is trying to like improve your person outside of the sport, you know, as well as in the sport.
I think my favorite memory was probably my junior year when we played Albright. We were down 3 goals with 2.5 minutes to play, and scored 3, went to overtime, and they won the first face-off. They went down, goalie made a great stop, and I broke up field, and our lefty attackman fed me in the crease, and you know, we scored, or I scored, and it's just one of the just fondest moments I have, because just a great team comeback, and just was an awesome feeling being able to be with the guys after the game and just celebrate a great team win.
There's so many great memories that I could choose from. Overtime wins, blowout wins, but I think some of the most important memories today to me were those early fall ball days where I was a freshman, I was coming in, I was getting to know everyone, and I was nervous. I think most freshmen are. You never know how things are going to pan out with the composition of a team, and I felt like I fit right in. These guys all made me feel welcomed. They made me feel special to be able to play a collegiate sport. The bonds I still share with a lot of those guys, those seniors back from when I was a freshman, all the way up to those bonds that I have now with hopefully these freshmen who I'll be able to see for years to come. But it's hard to just pick one memory when you've had 4 great years at a program.
Some favorite memories are just, honestly, just being able to play out there every day with my friends, being out there in the weather, whether it's bad or good. It's always fun, and it's just a blessing to be able to do this at the level that we do this at.
My favorite memory is my freshman year, being here and the spring break we had as a team. Our coach did a really good job organizing like team breakfast, team lunch, team dinners, and we would have like poker nights. Like it was a good like team bonding week for us, and we won a couple games that week. Like I'll always think back to that. Like that was a load of fun.
So there's a few people I want to thank. I'm going to thank my high school coach from Howe, Coach Bongiovanni. He was, you know, I actually played short stick my whole, you know, from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade up until high school, and then he threw me at LSM as a defenseman, and he just saw like my ability to be with the ball on the ground and, you know, correlate the hockey to lacrosse, and it just blossomed from there. And he just always, you know, instilled the belief in myself that I could really do it, and he just stood by my side through all this, through college until like my 5th year now. He just was always there for me. And then my one travel coach was actually our coach for our rival high school, but he was just such a good lacrosse guy and just knew what he was doing, and he came from a great program at Salisbury, and he really saw like flaws in my game. Instead of pointing out what I was really good at, he pointed out my flaws and what I needed to improve on to really excel. And then just my parents, and like they have been through it all with me, through my best times and my darkest times, and just all I could just say is thank you to them.
So definitely the first 2 people I want to thank are my mom and dad. They've been such major supporters for me throughout my entire life. Anything I've ever needed, they've been there for me. They've been to more lacrosse games than I could even think about. They've driven through rain, snow, anything to get me to lacrosse games or to get themselves to come watch me. After them, I definitely want to thank my sisters, Shannon and Kelsey. They're my 2 biggest fans. When you hear people shouting my name from the stands, you turn around, it's more likely them too. My grandmother and grandfather have been amazing support systems through my entire life, so I can't thank them enough. And then obviously I can get into the basic stuff. The team, a bunch of different coaches who have gotten me to where I am now. I do want to definitely give a special thank you to Coach Lawler. I don't feel like I've played at this level in my entire playing career, and I feel like he's elevated me to a new level as both a lacrosse player and as a person. So those are just a few people I would love to give some shout outs to. Obviously, I'll give a shout out to all my old seniors, everyone who's come and gone, and my underclassmen now. I love every single one of those guys, and I always love every single one of those guys.
I would have to thank my high school coach, Coach Princehorn. He honestly got me to where I am today, and without him, I don't even know if I'd be playing college ball. I'd like to thank my whole family. I mean, they put me in lacrosse since 4th grade, and I didn't really think much of it then. So without them doing that, I would not be playing the sport I am. And all the coaching staff at Delaware, they really just pushed me to be the greatest version of myself that I can be, so I just really appreciate them as well.
I'll thank Coach Lawler and this new coaching staff because I struggled with injuries early on in my college career, and the old coaching staff didn't believe in me enough to give me a second chance. This coaching staff did, and I got to play, which was awesome. I pretty much had 2 years of struggle, and this coaching staff really gave me a second chance, so I love that. My mom and dad, those are my 2 biggest supporters when it comes to travel lacrosse. A lot of money, a lot of travel, and to put up with me and put up with the antics of a lacrosse goalie, I love them. And thank you.